All right, everybody. At least 3 times a day in my chat, I have everyone that will come into my chat and they will ask me the same question. How do you set up the Tombstone glitch? There are a lot of people that ask me about the Tombstone glitch, and there are a lot of people that ask me about the stash glitch. So I figured I would take this opportunity to kind of give you guys I guess, a tutorial of sorts of how this works. Before we get started with any of that, if you guys are new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video as it helps the channel a lot. For your stash, if you come to your stash, you will see that I am sitting 29 out of 10. Obviously, there's only supposed to be 10 items here, but you can kind of bug it out to where you can put more. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Because I exfilled from a story mission and closed it out, these will go away in game. You're not going to be able to keep these self revives and these turret circuits. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a moment. But let's say I wanted to put this quick revive in my stash. I would swap it out, come to the stash, go over to the purchase section, or if you have a reward section, and select one of those. And then you would remove it and it would go back. Now the quick revive item is going to be in my stash. Now you can see it's 30 out of 10. Here's the can of quick revive, and the purchase is back where it should be. I don't know if there's a cap limit. I do know that certain people have certain limits where it will not allow you to, if you normally exfil, you will not be allowed to bring anything that you exfil with into your rucksack. So just kind of keep that in mind. But no worries, I'm going to show you a way around that here in just a moment. We're going to set up our tombstone. We're going to destroy this stuff because it's going to get destroyed anyway, and there's no reason to be taking them in. What we're going to be putting in our tombstone today is just stuff that I use to help people whenever I spawn in with friends or whatever. I just throw a bunch of legendary aether tools and flawless crystals in. So that's what we're gonna do here. There. Flawless crystal. We're gonna come throw an aether blade case, speed cola, and a golden plate. Alright. So these are all the things that we're going to put in our tombstone. Unfortunately, one of them has to go. Unbelievable. We still got to drink tombstone. Oh well, shit happens. So this is what we're going to be putting into our tombstone. I know it's a lot, and I want to remind you that in order to retrieve this, you're going to need another operator with a large backpack. Naturally, if you wanted to set up a tombstone for just yourself, you could do it with someone who doesn't have a large backpack and just put 5 items in there. But for the video's sake, we're going to do it with 5 items. So we're going to go into the game, do a contract, get our tombstone, and show you where we plan everything. All right, everybody. So as you can see, we have our tombstone drink. I didn't want to take you through the process of me doing a few contracts to get money to buy a tombstone perk. If you're wondering why the truck is here, don't worry. You're about to see in just a moment. All my stuff that I brought in is still here. This is all the stuff that I'm going to be leaving in my tombstone to duplicate. So now we are simply going to, well, kill ourselves. So now you get to play target practice. And once you do that, you just hold and you give up. If you wanted to, you could play. You don't have to. And then you leave the match. Adios, amigos. Now comes the fun part. The reasoning behind why we're going to just go to that guy. Our stick drift is very, very real. We should have brought in like something else, but It's not really going to matter. As long as you just have just a simple weapon on you, that's all that really matters. Something you can defend yourself if you have to. We're going to bring Simtexes because we are going to exfil fairly quickly after doing this. All right, so the reasoning why we chose the island area is because it is legitimately in the center of the map. Some people like to place their tombstones in various different locations of the map, and I don't like doing that for the simple fact if you place your tombstone in the graveyard, but yet you spawn at the bottom left-hand corner of the map, you have to go a long way to get your tombstone every single time. Now, granted, there might be a couple of times where you spawn next to it. That's cool. But then there's always that 1 or 2 times where you spawn 1,900 yards away. Putting it in the middle of the map, one, there's not a lot of zombies there. No zombies spawn there. You've got a little bit of protection by using the ether rift thing there. So it's a really good centralized spot. No matter where you spawn at on the map, you can always know how to get there by the tornado in the sky. You don't have to always ping your tombstone, and it's right there centralized. It's 99% of the time, it's going to be exactly the same distance to get there no matter where you spawn. And it's not going to take you that long. And as far as exfilling goes, I'm going to show you a quicker way if you have some of these missions unlocked that'll help you get in and get out pretty darn quick. So we are here on the island of relevancy, and we're going to come over here and grab our tombstone. And that's everything we have. So now the place we're going to be going to exfil is here. The extraction is just right up there, and what you do is you go in, you call the helicopter, and you just chill. As you can see, I'm in tier 2 with no pack-a-punch weapons, no anything. But the next process is definitely the most important part of it. I like using these exfils in this type of situation because, one, it doesn't spawn a whole lot of zombies, and given the fact that there's a rift here, makes it even better. If you're duping the ether blade, doing this method will allow you to keep the ether blade in your inventory when you exfil. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come up here and do this. Ever do this? Don't hit the propellers, bro. Alright, then you're going to get ready to close your game. And as soon as the screen goes black, before it says a successful exfil, you want to close it out. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait. And we're going to wait. And we close it. I had to stop the recording momentarily. Had some not so nice language in party chat. Then we're going to go to our gear. And as you can see, everything that we put in our tombstone, we have. So naturally, because mine is full, I couldn't normally do a normal exfil. If you're not getting anything and you're doing a normal exfil, doing this method would allow you to continue to get your stuff. So now we're just going to go and put everything back. And for me, Speed Cola is a must-have, especially when you run the build that I run, that I'm probably going to showcase sometime next week. But now we have that, and to show you that it works, we're going to go back in, and we're going to show you that our tombstone is still in the game, and this is not just for clickbait or anything. It's a very real thing. Tombstone will still be in the game. You do the same process. It's actually really straightforward. You put what you want in your ruck. You buy tombstone, or you craft it, whichever one you want. You drink tombstone. Go down wherever you feel comfortable. or wherever you want to be going every single game. Get your stuff, go to an exfil or a story mission exfil. Once the screen goes black, close the application. Rinse and repeat. It's just that simple. So we're going to load in and we're going to show you guys that our tombstone is exactly still in the same spot that it was when we extracted with it. So as you can tell, our tombstone, well, we don't want to go swimming, not yet. It's still in the same spot that it was.
We've got a bead on an odd signal.
Still in the same spot.
It could be nothing.
So
bet on it.
That's gonna do it, man. That's how you can duplicate the stuff that you have and get some good materials. I'd recommend probably doing this. They're probably going to try to patch it again, and so just kind of keep it in mind. You might as well use it while you can. Get your materials up while you can, and after that, it's back to farming tier 3 and tier 4, which we still do anyway. So it's really not that much a loss. I made this video to kind of help you guys. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Let's try to keep it PG and let's try to keep it civil with each other. There's no reason, to be nasty and rude with each other. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.